If you're a lot like me, the 9 to 5 is not something you want to do for the rest of your life. So today we're going to talk about things I'm going to be bringing to this channel that are going to help get those creative wheels turning, give you some tips and ideas of things to start doing to focus and narrow in on what it is that you want to do. Because when you're doing what you want to do, and you're happy, and because that's what you're here for, right? To do what you want to do. We're going to talk about that today. I've got some things in this box that you need to know about. Let's get it cracking. So, first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about writing. I'm going to give you some tips and some things that you need to start doing every day if you can to pull the thoughts and ideas out of it. And the reason you're going to want to write, and the reason we're talking about writing, is because it is one of the best ways for you to start processing these thoughts, get those creative ideas flowing in your mind, and figure out and pinpoint what it is that you really want to do. Writing has a lot of benefits, and you know, us as guys, we probably don't really consider it a whole lot. And the point here is not to become somebody who can write a book. That may be you, and that may happen. But the process is much more important than the content right now. So if you haven't already, go over to my Instagram page, follow me there. I've started another Instagram page that is catering to these ideas. The idea is starting to become more popular to go off grid or whatever, right? And to do our own thing and seclude ourselves from society. But I don't necessarily know if you need to do that. Now, I love to get away and you know, go places, and a cabin in the middle of the woods, that's where I want to be most of the time. But I know I can't do that. You know, I have a family, I'm a father. So we're going to be talking about aspects through the lens of a father also. You know, sometimes we get even more so caught up in the everyday life and the norm because we have so much responsibility. We have so many things going on. And I remember, you know, I used to talk to my brother who was single at the time, didn't have any children. And I used to tell him, man, do you realize how much freedom you have? Like, you could do anything, you know? And if I could go back 10, 15 years, I would probably do things a little bit differently. Now, here I am, and I am extremely blessed in my life. I have 3 amazing kids. I have an awesome wife. No complaints from me whatsoever. But here I am, and I've arrived at a place in my life where I've realized I'm not doing what I want to be doing. I know I'm created to do something different than what I'm doing. So I've wrote out the 9 to 5, the punch the clock thing for a long time now. But since I was a kid, I knew there was like something inside me, some ideas, some thoughts that I always had, these things that I wanted to do. They were business ideas when I was 13, 14, 15 years old that I saw start happening just a few years ago. Honestly, like when I was a kid, probably between the ages of 13 and 15 years old, I thought of 2 particular businesses that are booming right now. What we're trying to narrow in on, and what we tend to get caught up on so much, is comparison. We compare ourselves to something that we like that's similar to someone else, and that someone may be doing that as a career, as a you know, that lifestyle, and that's what we want to fit into. What we have to be careful of is that don't forget you're you, and the only way that's going to do it the way you do it is you. So it doesn't matter how saturated that field is. It doesn't matter how many people are doing it this way, that way, or another. The thing is to be creative and to do it the way you would do it. And by doing it the way you're doing it, that is creativity. So we're talking about writing. Let me give you 3 things right now that you need to write down. If you have not started writing whatsoever in your life, these 3 things need to be written down. We're going to divide this up to things that you want to see on a daily basis. You need to be writing some things down that you're going to look at every day. Then we're going to talk about things, content to start writing that you necessarily don't need to see every single day. I have what's called a vision board, and I'll probably save a lot of this detail and go into that maybe some other time. You may already know what it is or can look that up. And I'll write some things down on that vision board that I want to be reminded of every day. And that changes. So it's easy. Dry erase, clean it, change it, clean it, change it. So anyway, these 3 things that you need to have written down are long-term goals. These could include dreams, desires. Second, short-term goals. Maybe it's something like, I need to supplement my income. Write it down. And then the third thing that you want to write down is encouragement. Encouragement is super important because you want to look at things every day that are going to keep you going. In order to start getting these things going, you're gonna need to look at some things that you've personally picked out that resonate with you. Sometimes for me, I'll be listening to like a podcast, or it could be something that somebody's just said and I'm just like, oh man, that's good. I'm gonna keep that for me. Well, what do? I go home and I write it down. Also, let's talk about one more thing about writing. When you start writing, do it on pen and paper. Have that conversation with your wife and let her know, like, hey, I'm gonna start doing this, just so you can block out a certain amount of time. Whatever works best for you guys. That would be one of the first conversations I have. Block out that time so you can be quiet. You'll be surprised at the places where you start to get ideas. A lot of times when I'm driving, a lot of people say when they're, taking a shower or something like that. We'll talk more about that some other time, the state of your mind and all that stuff to help with creative ideas and everything. But for now, start considering writing and start writing some of these things down. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Just write down nonsense for now. Whatever it is, it's for you to read. Don't sit there and start to write things that you think someone else wants to read. We have books for those types of things right now in our life. Just the process of writing will start to open your mind up a little bit, or start to help develop those more creative thoughts and things of the avenues and the places you want to go and the things you want to do. So next up on the agenda, let's talk about some guy stuff. So as of recently, I've just been so frustrated with my facial hair, my beard and everything, and I've went back and forth a million times, like cutting it off, let it grow, and I'm just like, what is this thing doing? There are a lot of products out there, and there's a lot of products that I've tried and just been real mediocre stuff. Talk to you about a company. The first thing I tried from Cremo was their hair styling cream. This is the texture. It's high hold, low shine. So this stuff, I was actually really surprised when I first tried this because I paid, some money for some product before, and I was just like, whatever. The work I do right now takes me to, I'm in all weather elements. For me, it was a struggle because I'd have to over apply product. My hair would just be matted down and greasy because of the overuse of it. And trust me, I'm not someone to just try something a couple of times and then say, it's no good. But anyway, I came across this stuff and I've just been super impressed with it. The smell, oh man. This is where it's at right here. Give that a shot if you're looking for hair stuff. Big shout out to my man Fred at Cremo. I appreciate you, man. That goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. Finding what it is that you want to do. Creativity. If it's things like this, having your own business and creating products that people can use, well, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into that, the wealth of information you're going to learn through that process is so important. And it's so important not to lose that inspiration. That day you sat down and watched a video like this and you said, yeah, I'm gonna do something simple like start writing. The reason I'm tying that in with this is because Fred provided excellent customer service and then sent me over a gift package just because. It's not because he sent me something that he's a nice guy. He was nice before that. But I just want to say, Fred, thanks for doing that. And that's why, honestly, I'll spread the word about Cremo. It's because I know that there's great people there. The attitude and the care about customer relationships is present in that company. And I think that's important. It goes a long way. And it's something that a lot of companies lose focus of. So you guys keep doing a good job. Let's open this box up, show you guys a little bit about what we got here. So I got a nice little Cremo manual. This goes into detail on some of their products. The next thing I'm gonna get is the body wash that they have, because the scents on everything, all the products I've gotten are, man, so good. Let's see. This is also something that I've tried, and I'm actually, in this video, we're gonna talk about this stuff. We're gonna use this stuff. I'm gonna show you a little bit because I woke up, so my beard and stuff is a little matted down and, from the night, from sleeping. So anyway, this is their 30-second beard and scruff softener. So we're gonna take a look at this stuff. This has been really good. Like I'll use this in the morning before I go to work. It's incredible because it feels like just the irritation of the beard just completely disappears. So this stuff has been really good. Then we've got their styling beard balm. And then they sent me some packages here that have some beard oil samples and things like that. This is the Forest Blend, smells excellent. So if you're interested in that, get some of it. Again, Fred, thanks so much for sending it out to me. Let's head upstairs. I'm gonna show you guys the softener and the beard oil that we got. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna use this. Now I am using another beard wash at the moment. I'm actually gonna wash with it first, and then I'm gonna put in the softener and some oil. So beard is just washed it. I'm gonna do the beard and scrub softener now. This is a 30-second, you leave it in for 30 seconds and then rinse it out. They do have a leave-in one too, which is pretty good. I just like this one. So you're gonna do about a quarter size in your palm. This stuff smells lovely as well. You're just gonna rub it around your beard. I tend to concentrate around the areas that are most irritating to me too, especially, but you want to get the whole thing. And now we wait 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. So we'll call that 30 seconds. Now we're gonna rinse her off. All right, got that rinsed out. And already, like, that feels so much better. It's more full, feels lighter. I'm gonna use their beard oil. Like I said, this is the Forest Blend. I'm gonna take about 2, 3, 4, 5 drops of that. Call it 6. Rub it around my hands, just rub it in. All through my beard. Mustache. Feels so nice. Feels so nice. And you see it just gives it a fuller look, a shinier look, not too much. It just feels great. So that's the way it looks after I've used both those products, the softener and the beard oil. So that is nice. And like I said, the most important thing for me is that not only, I mean, the benefit obviously is that it looks great, it feels fantastic. You know, like I feel zero beard on my face right now. It's hard to tell that I have facial hair on my face right now. So this stuff is just really good, really, really nice. And usually I'll do this, wash it, and that's actually when I'll go and do my trim, because it's you know, pulls the hair off my face. It's so much fuller, so much lighter. And then, you know, I think with that in it, you're probably doing less damage to your hair, clipping it, and doing whatever it is that you do. We'll do more on that stuff some other time. So, Cremo, baby, it's where it's at. I feel so nice and fresh and all. But anyway, I'll put the links to Cremo down in the description. Just to be clear, they didn't pay me for this or anything like that. I'm just a strong believer in, you know, I will tell you what's good and what's not good. If something sucks, I'm not gonna tell you about it probably. You know? But anyway, good stuff. Makes you feel better on your journey, figuring out whatever it is you need to figure out, whatever it is you're gonna do. Because on this channel, let's bring it in a little closer. On this channel, expect more good things. Remember to start writing those ideas and those thoughts down. So let's wrap it up. Next week, come back. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. One thing I want to do is a giveaway, and I'm going to give away a Cremo product of your choice in the comments below. In order to be entered into this giveaway, I want you to write what it is that you've always wanted to do. 2 weeks from now, I will announce a winner, and I'll send you that product over ASAP. Hey, have a good rest of your week. Get to writing, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm out.